So much talk about the Niger Delta Development Commission and the acting MD. Another way of fighting corruption. Last weekend, we received a report that he was invited by the EFCC. So much, but I also spoke with you where you said you also have issues with that. What's your take on that?
Ijoma, let me tell you something. The Niger Delta Development Commission, unfortunately, is one of the conduit pipes that underdevelops the Niger Delta, where I come from and where I represent. That agency, for the past years, has been an agency for funding political activities rather than the development of the Niger Delta. Ijoma, I will come to your studio and I will come with documents, I will come with bank transactions, I will come with everything that the public needs to see. That commission, as it speaks, does not have a plan. It does not have a way forward. They don't know what they are doing. Everything at that commission is almost a scam and a fraud, starting from the last MD. You may recall that inside that Niger Delta Development Commission, we had the chairman of the commission, a senatorial candidate, and the MD of the commission, a gubernatorial candidate in Akwa Ibom State. All they did during that period was to cut away the monies of the Niger Delta Development Commission to fund politics in Akwa Ibom State and in Cross River State. That's what they did. And this present one, we don't even understand if he understands the meaning of the commission and its mandate as with respect to the delivery of the goods. So for now, what we are saying is we are even beginning to feel as people from the Niger Delta that the president, Buhari, is not serious with the development of the Niger Deltas to the extent that he is deliberately deploying people who are not competent, people who others may describe as misfits to manage that commission. So for now, if the development of the Niger Delta has to be taken seriously, the president has to deploy competent hands. This does not have to do with somebody I know or somebody close to me. These particular members of the commission who are there, and even the previous one, are people that I have personal relationship with. But Ijoma, let me tell you, this is not about personal relationship. This is about the development of a region where people are dying of diseases, where people are dying of bad roads, where people are dying of environmental related diseases, and people are cosmetically playing politics with this. I have heard that EFCC is inviting some of the key officials and the top people in that place. Please, they have not invited them very well. The president, the ICPC, the EFCC, and every investigative authority should bring them. And the president should do as much as possible to rejig it. At least it should be fair to the people of the Niger Delta. Because it is not just enough that you are deploying somebody from the Niger Delta to take care of the Niger Delta Development Commission when you know that the person cannot discharge his duties but to sit on that throne to award juicy contracts to people from the north and other places to the disadvantage of the people of the Niger Delta. That is a no-no.
All right, Alfred.
The Niger Delta, they just tell you projects on paper, no construction is going on, no plan. And let me tell you,
Alfred,
that commission does not only receive money from the federal government, that commission receives money from multinationals such as Shell, LNG, Seplat, and others.
Alfred,
so the best of my records that I have, that I got from Shell.
Alfred, you said you were going to be in the studio with evidence, and we are waiting for you to come to the studio with evidence.
With evidence.
Yes, but for now,
only Shell has given them 1.8
we don't have that. We don't have that time for you to say this, but to also
I will bring them. I will bring them.
I think it is fair for us to also listen to the spokesman of the MD of Niger Delta Development Commission.